Hello everyone, welcome to this video on improper fractions to mixed numbers. Please pause the video and copy down the title and the learning objective. Now that you have done so, let's do some drawing together. Again, you know I'm not great at them, so please bear with me. I have this chocolate, so if I have a Twix bar looks a little bit like this. So it's got two fingers in it. So it's split into two. And let's just say that I ate both of them. So I eat 2 out of 2. However, I sort of want a bit more. So I get another Twix. And instead of eating both the fingers, I eat just one because I've had enough now. So I've eaten just half. So if I ask you, how much have you eaten all together? You're going to say to me, well, madam, I've eaten 1 and a half, because you've eaten a whole bar and you've eaten half of the other. Or if you look at this diagram that we're drawing, you ate 3 fingers out of 2. And that sounds a little bit strange, but the Twixes are divided into 2s. So we cannot say anything different to that. And you have eaten 3 parts, because one whole chocolate is 2 parts and the other finger from the second chocolate bar. So you've eaten 3 out of 2, or you have eaten a whole chocolate and a half. So 3 out of 2, or eaten a whole chocolate and half from the other one. Now this is called a mixed. Sorry, take it back. This is called an improper fraction. It's called improper because it doesn't look like the other fractions, because the numerator is bigger. Because that doesn't look like normal fractions do, we call it improper fraction. And this other fraction here is called a mixed number. Now, it's called a mixed number because it's got the whole, so that's your whole, and that's your fraction. So we have 2 parts that make it, the whole and the fraction. As a result, we call it a mixed number. Please pause the video and copy this diagram out. Excellent. Welcome back. Let's try a different example with the shapes. So again, you know my favorite thing is pizza. Let's just draw a pizza. I'm really, really hungry today, so I am going to eat all of this pizza that I have. First of all, I'm going to ask myself, how many parts have I divided the pizza into? Well, 8, I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I've eaten all of it since I'm so hungry. So I've eaten 8 out of 8. However, I'm still hungry. So from the second pizza, I'm going to eat just this part. So just those 2. The pizza would still be divided into 8. The pizza is still there. I just didn't eat it. So these other parts are still there. I'm going to leave them for later. So I've eaten 2 8s out of the pizza. So altogether, I ate the whole pizza and 2 8s. Or I ate 10 8s. And you might ask, where did the 10 come from, madam? Well, look, if I count all these little parts here, so if I count this little part that has been divided into, I have 10, 8 on the big one and 2 on the other side. So I have 10 pieces altogether. Now again, this is called mixed number because it's got a whole and a fraction. And this is called improper. Okay, so please pause the video and copy the second example down. Okay, I'm going to move on now to doing some questions without the diagrams, because we won't be able to draw the diagrams all the time. It's really time consuming, but at the same time, it's really difficult to divide the pizza in like 17 parts or 19 parts. It's really tricky. So we're better off learning how to work with fractions without the diagrams. So here I go. I am going to start with 11 out of 4. My task is convert, so change, convert means change, convert these fractions to mixed numbers. This is my task, and I have a fraction, 11 out of 4. The way you're going to do this is you're going to ask yourself, how many 4s go into 11? So we're going to go 4, 8, 12. Well, this can't be because it's too many. So 2 of them go into 11. 1, 2, 3, but that's too much. And what's my remainder? So from 8, the 2 of them, all the way to 11, what's the remainder? So plus 3 is the remainder. So my remainder is 3 out of 4. So I'm going to label this so then you have it clearly in your books. 3 is the remainder. And 2 is how many times does 4 go into 11? Again, without it being too much. Okay, we're going to do one more together before we do some examples. I am now going to ask you to do 18 over 4. As I'm looking at the fraction, there is one thing that I need to do first. What do you think it is? Shout out the answer. Hopefully you said, Madam, make your life simple, simplify first. Always, 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 I look into simplifying fractions because that will make my life a lot easier. And this is what I mean. What can I divide both these two numbers by? So the highest common factor in there is 2, because 4 doesn't go into 18 fully. So I divide them both by 2. 18 divided by 2 is a 9, and 4 divided by 2 is a 2. Now I have smaller numbers to work with. It's a lot easier for me to do the 2 times tables than for me to do 4s. So, okay, question now is, how many 2s go into 9? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 is too big. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them go into 9. The 2 doesn't change because I'm still doing 2s into 9. Now, what's the remainder from 8 to 9? Remainder is 1. And that's all it is to it. We know now how to convert improper fractions to mixed numbers. Now, what I need you to do, I need you to copy these last two examples down. Then I need you to log on to Haggerty Maths and complete task 63. So I'm going to write it down in case you missed it. So log on to Haggerty and complete task 63. I will see if you understood from the answers that I'm getting. Okay, have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you on your next lesson.